Welcome back to my new moon pick a card reading. I'm going to take this moment to thank each and every one of you for allowing me to take part of your incredible journey called life. And with that said, let's start right away. We're going to start with our meditation as always. I'm going to ask you to take a couple of deep breaths in. And this time around, I have placed little pendants. For the first group, you have a little palm tree. For my second group, you have the little fairy. And for my third group, you have the evil eye protection symbol. I'll give you a couple of more minutes. See which one calls to you the most. Which seems to grab your attention. And let's begin. Hey my group ones, welcome back to my new moon pick a card reading. This is for June 10th. It is a lunar eclipse, if I'm not mistaken. High vibes, high energies. So if you've been feeling a little out of it, I know I have been having a lot of trouble meditating. It's completely normal. A lot of shifts. There's a huge shifts. We're now entering, a lot of changes are being into effect. You can just see it with the economy. You can see it with the way people are living their lives. Things have changed. Things have shifted. And starting right after this eclipse, you're going to... It's going to be like one of those moments where are you going to stay in that comfort, or are you going to move forward with everything that you've been desiring and everything that you've been wanting? I'm not an expert, but I would recommend that you go see people who study this or who have this as a passion and get a little more information. So with that said, there is Reiki energy embedded in these groups. So all you need to do, well, for those who don't know what Reiki energy is just you giving yourself a sacred space to accept and allow cleansing, positive, healing energies that are all around you all the time, and just giving yourself that moment to connect with everything. Practically to be like one with the energies that are around you, and this will create an energetic osmosis and clear out what needs to be cleared out, and fill your mind, body, soul with what it needs. And to do this, all you need to do is be in a place where you know you're not going to be bothered, and just state, I accept this Reiki energy sent to me by Katarina Lukin. Now, I'm not a healer, I'm not a guru, I'm just a channel that helps you tap into your channel, your innate channel. And that's it. I'm just here to help you help yourself. So you have chosen the palm tree. I feel like some of you need a vacation. Some of you need a good cleanse. Maybe go to a beach, to an ocean. to a river if that's all you have available, or even just to your shower. Take that opportunity and kind of connect with the water elements and even earth, I would say. I don't know. Palm trees to me is very like a sand vibe. So if you have a chance or an opportunity, definitely take it. Go schedule that moment. Maybe this is vacations. Maybe you're planning a vacation. You're planning not to take it because you're afraid that you won't get a deal or you won't go where you wanted to. But honestly, a vacation's a vacation. You decide and you create the environment that would allow you to vacay, basically. I just tap into these cards and just see what I receive energetically. Okay. I am seeing a caterpillar of some sort. I'm seeing, and it's funny because it's like, it's funny because it reminds me of one of those cartoon kind of caterpillars, and caterpillar means big transformation or in the process of, I feel like you're finding a nest or you're finding a home right now where you could cocoon yourself, create this sacred container for you to develop and grow these wings and head towards your desires. I would say don't wait for it, because in the image that I had, it was still walking and wobbling around almost aimlessly, but it had like a smile, so it's like almost like a fool kind of vibe to it. So it's making you happy, so that's good. Definitely go with that flow. But don't limit yourself to, oh, I can't do anything because I don't have this sacred space. Don't limit yourself to that kind of belief. Start right away and move forward, one step at a time, one action at a time. That will bring you closer to your goals or your dreams or that higher vision that you have. So let's go with the cards right away. Woo! So where is it you're going? Actually, what you need to know right now, this is what I chose. These ones don't usually honor the reverse. I'll just keep it there. These ones do honor. This is where it's going. And then we have a guidance message. And for this time around, I decided to pull out a little bit of romance cards, just to see where love is heading. So these pick-a cards are dedicated for the next 2 weeks. Starting from the day you watch it. They're timeless. They're not limited to the new moon or full moons. I just really wanted to make it a habit that I do it at least twice a week. So that's why. And from there, it's every 2 weeks. And I don't know, I just like the vibe of, I like the idea of synchronizing my natural, like, time frame. It's not the right word, but you get what I mean. To the moon cycles, because that's basically an ancient way of doing things, right? That's how they used to do it way before technology. Okay, I don't know. For some of you, I feel like you need a good cleanse. I feel like you've been overthinking, or maybe you haven't been feeling safe. This might not be for all of you, but definitely some kind of ritual that will provide, like, I love smudging. I love the sacred smoke of sage or palo santo or even lavender. But there's different ways you can create an energetic bubble around you. Just tapping in with yourself will help. with that. Okay, so let's get to the cards. I'm seeing a lot of mind chatter. Sorry, not mind chatter, actual chatter. Like I'm seeing a lot of gossip. I'm seeing you kind of just, I almost want to say like running your mouth. Not in a bad way, but just like, almost like in a gloating way. Like, oh, I did this, I'm doing this, oh my god, na na na. Oh, wow. Or there's someone in your circle that's actually doing that or trying to instigate that from you. And I'm getting a sense that this has to do a little bit with the devil card, that you don't want to engage in these kinds of behaviors, just because it's an energy that depletes more than fills. Wow, I don't know why I'm getting the vibe of eucalyptus. And that too, it's like a cleansing vibe. I don't know, there's something you have to purge energetically or physically, or it might be people. I feel like there's maybe a sense of people that you need to let go, people that are not really in your best interest, or people that just get you to do the things that are kind of like the old version of you. You're stepping into this new version over here with the Knight of Cups. You're moving forward in a steady pace, and you're learning. I almost feel like, okay, you're learning to love yourself again. You're in this path, and it feels so good. And then you have kind of like your crops that are growing over here with the Seven of Pentacles, and you know, you're kind of reaping what you've sowed. But then I'm getting over here, like especially with these two, like there's just ongoing distractions that are there, and specifically people trying to get you into their loop, into their game, whether it's for their own benefits, whether almost like the sense of you have people, you know, that are miserable, so misery likes company, so they want you to kind of vibe with them in that sense, but you've been upgrading, you've been working on yourself, and this is no longer something that you align with or you connect with, and right now it's really about, it's like they're tempting the devil within you. So they're kind of like, they know your weak spots too, so they kind of want to trigger you, because that will give them that kind of gratitude or justification, like, oh, you know, I feel like a lot of people are seeing you right now grow and expand, and out of jealousy or out of, you know, misery, they're just trying to bring you to their level, and using kind of your weaknesses against you. And not necessarily in a bad way, but really more because themselves are not happy in themselves. Not that they don't want to see you succeed, but like they kind of don't want you to get hurt, but more specifically, they don't want to get hurt, because if you succeed, then for their part, it's like, oh, it's like almost like a smack across the face for them, and be like, oh, well, she was able to do it. Well, they won't have anybody else to blame but themselves, basically, is where I'm going with this. So this is your situation. This is what you need to know about what's going on. So it's very important to recognize these people specifically. I don't know why, but the people effect really came out strong. Not get tempted by lowering your frequency, but remaining high, like, keep doing the work, and remembering why you're doing it, remembering why you're doing all this. There's a reason why you don't want to go back to their level. There's a reason why you want to move forward. There's a reason why you have tapped, like, I'm always getting a sense that you've tapped to your higher self, and it's still very kind of vague, but it's getting stronger with every practice. It's this art, the art of spirituality is a practice. It's like anything. It's like a muscle, especially the way we've been brought up. We've been brought up not to trust that, not to connect, we're completely disconnected, most people. And you are now strengthening that connection. You are now developing a strong connection with it. But every time you lower your frequency, that connection, it doesn't disappear. It's like to me, I see it like a muscle memory. Your muscle will always remember the work that it's done. So it takes less time the next time you start working out, but you will lower that possibility and kind of fall into the routine, right? It's the routine that kills. It's the bad habits that kill. So right now, what you need to know is that you do not want to lower those frequencies. You want to keep going forward and just recognize the people who are doing this and the things specifically. It could be your own mind chatter. It could be you kind of self-sabotaging as well. But I don't know, I'm just really feeling there's specific people, one or two in particular, that don't really make you feel good when you're around them. They might mean well, but it's like a connection, and it's just a question of avoidance, at least temporarily, until you get strong enough to be around these people and not let the devil tempt you and not get triggered and almost blossom, almost like using the devil to your advantage by teaching people, and I don't mean like tempting people, but kind of using it as a strength instead of a weakness. I don't have a great example for that, but you might understand what I'm talking about. And please feel free to send me examples if you do think of anything. I would very appreciate it, because there's a way of, it's like anything that's positive or negative. You can use a negative and allow it to drain you and allow it to crush you, or you can use that negative intention or idea and just have fun with it and turn it into a plus, turn it into an opportunity, turn it into a learning experience. Where is it all going? Queen of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and shadow work. Okay, well, the shadow work kind of goes hand in hand with like keep doing the work. There's still a lot of things that you need to do. It might be a little harder this next 2 weeks. Basically, where you're going is there. You're really going into the nitty-gritty of the stuff that you weren't facing or you didn't want to face. I feel like it's almost like a karmic thing. Like this is what eclipses are all about too. It's a karmic effect. Is like there's no running away from it. It's like destined. So there's no running away from it. There's no hiding from it. It's gonna happen whether you want it or not. So if you've been avoiding it, you won't be able to avoid it any longer. So anything lingering, anything that's been deep down that you needed to work on, and you needed to work on, well, this is the time you're going to be working on it. I'm almost feeling like this new venture, you have a new venture, you have something that you have something that you've been working on, something that's kind of opening up your horizons. Your vision is getting stronger, your kind of bigger picture through this new endeavor. I almost feel like this new endeavor, this new thing that's coming about or has started and is just like moving forward with it in the next 2 weeks. Whatever you started, it might have a money potential. It might be just something material, like you're concretizing, like you're just making something into a reality. Maybe a podcast. That's still turning something into a reality. I don't know why I have podcast. Could be a blog. Could be anything that you're materializing at this moment. And it's kind of making you uncomfortable. In a good way though. uncomfortable in a good way, meaning that it's getting you out of your comfort zone and it's making you realize, okay, wow, these are the insecurities that I have. I need to work on this. If I really want this bigger picture to just explode and expand, I'm going to need to work on healing thoughts, past situations, forgiveness. You know, it's usually rooted in forgiveness. You have to forgive yourself or the people around you. And anything that's just taking hold of your emotional side, anything that is controlling your emotional side at this moment is something you're going to be working on. Like, it's heading towards there. So everything here, this is what you need to know. This is what's going on on the surface, and this is where you're going to head in the next 2 weeks. So it's going to help you work on yourself. So even here, these triggers and these people trying to get you to lower your frequency with specific ways, like gossip, or I don't know, trick you, or have you do stuff that you've said that you wanted to change. Maybe eat healthier. These people are going to be like, oh, come with us, let's have a, you know, whatever comes to mind. And you're going to get mad at yourself, or you're going to get mad at these people, but it has nothing to do with them. These are just opportunities, right? You can see everything as an opportunity of like, oh, okay, like I still have these urges and I still have these tendencies, and okay, what could I do to strategically arrange myself for success? And all of it is just to help you kind of take back your power emotionally, take back your power from these people or situations that can manipulate your emotions. Take back your power from your mind. Take back your power from, you know, the devil over here. And this endeavor is going to help you with that, because you're going to want, I feel like it's something that you really want to do, expand, explore, and I feel like it might help you. Like, for instance, if it's podcast, if you have these insecurities of talking in public, or you don't think you're good enough in whatever way, or you don't know if people are going to want to listen to you, well, this is going to be the perfect opportunity to be like, no, these are limiting beliefs. These are past beliefs. This is not who I am. Never was who I am, but it's definitely not who I am right now. And the work that you're doing is allowing you to see all that. So where this is all going is you working on your emotional state, taking back your power in that sense. This endeavor, I feel like, is going to help you a lot. It's going to kind of like bring everything to the surface, and is going to really push you into doing the shadow work that you've been avoiding. So if there's anything you've been avoiding, just start it right away. Like, as soon as you get to this, as soon as you finish this reading, I would suggest to go for a meditation, go for a deep walk in nature, write everything that are limiting beliefs, everything that you know have been programmed at a very young age. Write it down. Do a burning ceremony. If you don't know what that is, just write it on a piece of paper, burn it safely, and then burying it in the ground. You can put music while you're doing this. You can dance your way, whatever gets you in that state of connection with you, yourself, and nature, and your environment. Yeah, that's where you're going. I'm seeing a big light at the end of the tunnel as well. There's going to be, like, you're going to shed so much light, and I'm almost seeing like almost feeling like an onion you're peeling off. That's what's happening the next few weeks. You're really peeling layer by layer by layer, and some of them is going to be uncomfortable. Some of them you're going to want to avoid. Some of them you won't want to hear. But if you stick to it, honey, I think you are going to, like, for me, this, I'm seeing like a diamond, and diamond means enlightenment, means growth. It's basically like the caterpillar a little bit, like what I was feeling in the beginning. Everybody thinks that a caterpillar just goes into their cocoon and then poof, they're a butterfly. But no, there's so much that goes underneath that idea. When the caterpillar goes inside its cocoon, it's extremely uncomfortable. It goes through all this gunk and muck of like shedding, and I mean, you can just imagine how the caterpillar literally turns and transforms in there. It can be very comfortable, especially you have caterpillars that completely change colors. Not like the same caterpillar has the same colored wings and it's just like gross. No, like some caterpillars actually change compositions, change colors. They have fur or like something fuzzy on them and they completely transform. And you're just like, how? This caterpillar was like orange and now it's yellow, or vice versa, or like it's black with red spots. And you're just like, what? So there's a deep transformation. Like it's almost to the point of they probably turn and go through gunk before they're able to completely put themselves back together and push themselves out. Yeah, let's go with one guidance. That was a little deep. Self-reflection. Wow. Yes. Okay. So it really is. It just beautifully encompasses everything that I'm saying. So your guide, your message, your guidance for this week is really self-reflection. So take time for yourself. It's not about the people. It's all about you. For this next 2 weeks, dedicate yourself to your growth and to your peace and to honoring and respecting your boundaries, honoring and respecting yourself. And just remember, no is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain yourself. There's nothing to explain. If they don't understand, too bad. They don't need to understand. What's important to you right now in the next 2 weeks is you healing and doing the shadow work and healing and doing the shadow work and healing and doing the shadow work and healing, taking your power back from these people or these situations or yourself, your mental self, taking the emotional power they all have. I feel like it's going to give you the strength to actually fertilize your ideas, give them a little food and nutrients. Understand? Very important. And as I promised, we're going to do love for the next 2 weeks also. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, so what I'm getting over here, I don't know why I got like a chill all of a sudden. What I'm getting here is express your love. I feel like this is really dedicated to yourself. Express your love to yourself. Take yourself out on a date. Take yourself out. Whatever you wish you would like to get from a romantic partner, like start it right away to yourself. It's basically honoring yourself and showing yourself, this is what I want and this is what I deserve. You know, you're taking yourself out on a date. You're buying yourself, let's say, supper or a drink, or taking yourself out on an activity, whatever floats your boat, right? And then over here, the religious factors. Your life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I feel like the person that is setting up for you, or the person you're attracting, or maybe you're with a relationship right now, has kind of the same beliefs, and that's what you're kind of preparing for. If you don't have anybody right now, you're setting, I was going to say boundaries, but what I wanted to say is you're setting your platform, you're setting your foundation for people that have and are seeking the same thing as you. So if it's growth, if it's expansion, maybe it is something specific in religion or your spiritual path. And you're just setting this foundation to really attract that person, to really bring them closer to you. And people who are, for those who already have a relationship, you're building, I almost feel like you're building a new kind of religion. Like you're kind of picking and choosing the different things and aspects that you liked about religion, and you both are kind of on the same page in creating this new type of religion of love, if you want, with this person. And this could be also true with the people who are single right now and who are attracting. Maybe you will attract something with that kind of vibe as well. And that is it for you, my group ones. That was a lot of information. Only take in what resonated with you, obviously, of course. Let me know down in the comments if this has resonated, if there's any clarifications that you like, what part resonated the most, and if this has helped you in any way, do like, share, or subscribe. Put that little bell notification. It will let you know if as soon as I get any more readings out. And thank you. I'm just going to thank you one more time. Thank you for allowing me to take part in your incredible journey. And that's it for today. Ciao. Hey, my group twos. Welcome to your new moon pick a card reading. You have chosen the little fairy. So I'm already under the assumption that you guys are little earth angels, people who really care deeply about the earth and just have so much love to give. Like, I feel like you're people, I'm sensing that you guys are people who just have this big love for humanity and just want to help as best as you can, right, at this moment. Let me just tap in over here. Let me see energetically what I'm feeling and sensing. Am I sensing a wedding ring? Am I sensing like a wedding, a marriage? I don't know why, I just saw a ring. And just lots of joy, lots of happiness. I feel like there's a celebration coming along of some sort, and it could be like the union of two people. Yeah, that's all I really sensed. So let's get right into cards. Before I start, actually, there is Reiki energy embedded in every single group. And for those who don't know what Reiki energy is, this is just you allowing yourself this opportunity to tap into all the energies that are all around us all the time, right? It's kind of like an energetic osmosis where you release what no longer serves you, and it's usually being replaced with positive and things that you might need along your journey. I am just a channel, so I'm just helping you tap into your innate channel. This is a birthright. This is something that everybody is able to do. And at this moment, I'm just going to help you open up that channel if you allow me to, obviously. So it's very simple. All you need to do is sit in a quiet place where you know you won't be bothered for a couple of minutes, maybe 10, 15, could be just 2, could be like 30 seconds. It really depends. I do recommend to at least try it and sit with it for at least a minute or 2. And you just you state, I accept this Reiki energy sent to me by Katarina Lookin, Katarina, Kat, Lookin inwards, whatever you're comfortable with. And you just allow the energy to vibrate, basically. And that's it. If you want, you can pause the video right now and do it at this very moment to get a little energy back, and it's not limited. And yeah, before I start, this is dedicated to the new moon that we're having tonight or tomorrow. I'm recording this on Wednesday. It's on the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. And it's not limited to that. It's really dedicated for the next 2 weeks. I've only decided to do this on new moons and full moons just to give me like a concrete routine to make sure that I'm always doing 2 pick-a cards every month. And that's it. Hopefully you enjoy it. And yes, the last thing, I'm just gonna thank you right now to allow me to take part of your incredible journey called life. It can be sometimes a dreadful and lonely one, but it is what it is. So what we need to know is what we have here. These don't actually honor the reverses, so I just keep them upright. And then we have, where is this all going? And again, this is dedicated for the next 2 weeks, starting the day you watch this. And then we have one guided message from the Indigo Angels by Doreen Virtue. And I decided to throw in a little love card in there to see what your love is going to look like for the next 2 weeks as well. So let's start right away. So you have the Page of Wands, 8 of Cups, and the Star. Okay, this looks very promising. So what do you need to know? What do you need to know? What do you need to know, group 2? Yeah, for some reason I was seeing the 8 over here of Cups as the 7 of Cups, which is the ones that have all the choices. So I feel like there's a lot of choices. I mean, that's not the card, but because I thought of that, I feel like right now there's just so many choices for you to take. And you're gonna have to leave some things behind. So there's going to be certain things that you will need to leave behind. And I feel like that's a good thing, because you're heading with the Page of Wands. You have like this new light about you. You know the stuff that wasn't working out, you know the stuff that didn't feel good, you know the stuff that you need to let go of. But what's good about all this is that you have new options, and you're going to be kind of heading towards the new ones that are opening up, the ones that haven't even blossomed yet. Like, there is potentiality, but if you keep nurturing these and you start walking towards these, you will gain a lot of wisdom, and more importantly, I feel like something's going to develop. You have the Star over here. It's a great omen. It's a wonderful thing to see in the readings. And I feel like right now what you need to know is that you need to let go of the stuff that no longer serves you. Like, if you know there's a job, or if you know that there's a situation, if there's people, but more specifically things that relate to you, like materialistic activities. I feel like there's activities that no longer, spark that little je ne sais quoi, but there is something that has sparked it. There's something new. And the pages, especially the Page of Wands, it's all about exploring that curiosity. It's all about kind of going back to that inner child almost vibe that I'm feeling. Like, you want to kind of see on the same time, because if you don't know what's going on here, if you don't have those different options, and you don't actually know where you want to go, I feel like the Page of Wands is also asking you to ask your inner child, what did you like to do? I feel like the answer that you're looking for is there. Like, it's a seed, and it needs to be explored, it needs to be nurtured, it needs to be fertilized, it needs to be loved, it needs to be cared for, and the most important right now is the curiosity. So what you need to know is that there is something or hidden from you, but that is within your inner child, or that you already know what it is, and it's something you've been already exploring and already kind of like, dipping your feet in. And it will be the best option, I believe, from all the options that you will get. Because I felt that vibe of you have so many options right now, but there's one in particular that, you know, is seedling. So to choose that, you will need to let go of everything that's in the way, basically. Yeah, I'm sensing also the energy of staying focused. You need to learn how to stay a little more focused on these things that are developing and that will be developing with your full attention to it. And where this is, and what else you need to know is that there's like so much potentiality in what you decide to explore. Like, I don't know, I feel like you will move up spiritually, specifically. I don't know why I'm getting this vibe that the star is, you know, this hand pointing upwards, is that it's bringing you to higher frequencies, to a higher element of yourself, higher vibration. I'm sensing like you will be embodying that and exploring that and growing up to, like, elevating to that. So if you have any, like, I feel like if there was any fears of letting go, the star is kind of here to confirm that you are on the right path, but more specifically to almost take that leap of faith is what I'm sensing. And that doesn't mean that you have to, let's say, quit your day job right away, or just quit in general everything else. It's not the Fool card. It doesn't mean like, okay, just take that leap and without calculating your time and budget and all that. No. It just means that as soon as you start exploring a little more, as soon as you start developing the curiosity, as soon as you start tapping in to that inner voice, inner child, you're like, the universe is backing you up. Basically, it's what I'm seeing here. The universe is there. It's going to back you. It's going to help you. And it just needs you to take that one step towards it every day. One step. It doesn't have to be more than that. But one step becomes 2 steps, becomes 3 steps, becomes 4 steps. And then you're just like bulldozing your way down, and it's unstoppable anymore. And I feel like that's the effect that's going to have. Every step that you take towards it is going to be less, it's like less towards what you didn't want, but more towards where you do want. And it's, the universe is on your side, basically. Where is this all going? Lovers, 2 of Cups, Temperance, and the Sun reversed. Oh, wow. Okay, I did feel like a sense of love. What did I say with the ring? And the wedding. So maybe this little blossom, this little seed is actually a wedding. It's actually 2 people coming together, and this is where it's going, and you're kind of afraid. You're like, oh, is this really what I want? Maybe you're not someone who wanted marriage, or you're not someone who thought they would be in the relationship, or you just don't feel secure, or you're just afraid. It could be just fears. Damn you, fears. But that's like, you're being backed by the universe. The star card is like the ultimate aspiration card, I would say, to me. It's like all your wishes, desires are like the North Star, that North Node, that wish upon that star. It's like whatever you're wishing, the universe will synchronize and work its way for it. And even if this is not a partnership, even if this is not a love, this is like you coming together, maybe with a project or with certain people, partnering up business-wise. But whatever fears you have of moving forward, you have the Lovers and the 2 of Cups right next to each other. So it's like something's gonna prosper, something's gonna grow. It's a coming together. Maybe it's you coming together with your true self, with your higher self. It's you connecting with your higher spirit, your higher self, or maybe you're calling in someone. And And if you keep just working on this idea and you just keep moving forward, being curious, seeing exactly, let's say you're trying to attract a man or a woman or, you know, a lover, you still need to explore what is it you want, and it's really to get to the details of it now, right? I feel like you, for those who are working on attracting a love, you already have an overall idea, but right now you need to, like, I feel like the universe is asking you, okay, we can give you that, but you might not be satisfied. Like, you walked away from many different things and you don't want to go back there, so it's really important to take a moment and be like, what do I want? Like, specifically, how do I want to be treated? How do I want to love? How do I want to live? Where do I want to live? You can even go to the point of like being specific with the characteristics physically. But I mean, that's gonna develop in its own. But if you really go with the characteristics, how do you feel when you're with this person? How does that person make you feel? Are you growing with that person? Are you elevating, or are you just comfortable? Are you standing still? And that could be good too. Maybe you just want someone to own a home, or not even be in an apartment. And as long as you guys are happy with each other, that could be it. But on the same time, I feel if you're here and you're getting this message, you've already said all that, and it's really to go into the deep side of the ocean, of the pond, of the river, to really dig in. I feel like you've been, like, I'm also feeling like there's been a lot of requests, and these requests has kind of been scattered all over the place. Like, you got one thing from one person, one thing from another. But now it's really to be specific, and probably because you were kind of scattered all over the place too. And the other thing that's very important to understand is that you might want all those things, but are you a vibrational match? Are you doing the work to be the person you're trying to attract as well? So that might be something else. So maybe that's what you're walking towards, and this is where the universe is going to back you up. So there's a couple of possibilities here. And yeah, for some of you, it's going to be a wedding. It's going to be a celebration. It's going to be a coming together. Finding your better half, your soulmate. Like, there's something that's coming. There's a pregnancy over here. Again, it doesn't have to be love related. It could be partnership. It could be you with your higher self. All you need to know, like, this is where it's all going, right? With all the work, with you moving forward, with you tapping into what you really want, understanding and recognizing that the universe is backing you up no matter what. No matter what choice you take. I want to say, like, I feel like it's going to back you up if you move forward. If you keep back, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and we're the creators of our own reality. That's great, but with the star, for me, it's like, no, you want to move forward, and the universe wants to help you move forward, basically. And what you need to know also, where you need to go, where you're all going, is that there is patience. You need to be patient. It's coming. But this partnership, I mean, if it is a wedding or whatnot, over here, what I'm getting here is that with the Temperance card, there's no need to rush. You don't need to hurry things up. You don't need to, there could be a proposal. You can say yes, but that doesn't mean you have to get married tomorrow. You know, I feel like you still have lots of things to learn, lots of things to understand, getting to know each other a little more. And if it's inner work, and if it is, it could be both also. Inner work takes time. Inner takes patience. You're building a connection. You're strengthening a connection, a channel, and this takes time. If you've been your whole life distracted and not been able to really focus on something, it's going to be harder to strengthen that connection with your higher self, or with your ancestors, or whoever you're trying to connect with. Or I would always recommend to connect with yourself first, your higher self first, and then connect with others. But That is just my opinion. You don't have to go with that. You can actually gain a lot of wisdom. But when you're connected with your higher self, you're connected with the source. You're connected, when you go into your inner state, you are part of this world. You are part of this world. I don't know why I just thought of a Little Mermaid, and I'm like, ah, sorry. And you are the universe. You are this planet. You're made of the same composition. So if you tap into your inner self, you are tapping into source directly, to the universe directly, to Mother Earth directly, and all the answers are there. But this is the time and dedication. And I think it should be one of the number one thing that we should be learning in schools, honestly, if we're talking transparently here. Like, we need to learn we are so smart, our bodies are so intelligent, and we're treating and thinking that it's just a byproduct. No. Our body heals itself. It's like no machine. We have not been able to create a machine as incredible as our human body, and it's not limited to that. It's limited to the connections we have with ourselves, with the universe, and we are all connected. You can try to argue with me. We can have a debate. I'm more than open to sit down with you and have an open conversation, but it's going to be very hard to convince me otherwise. So basically what I'm saying is it takes time. Everything takes time. And if you are in this perfect, if you're feeling what I'm feeling in terms of relationships, this is the best time right now. It's all about getting to know each other, strengthening, and again, deepening that connection. And for those that are waiting or who have been calling in, been trying to manifest this love or partnership, business, it's going to take time. If it doesn't happen in the next 2 weeks, it's probably because it wasn't meant to happen just yet. You probably still have work to do. And patience is your number one key element from what I'm hearing and understanding with your spread right now. Now, you have the sun reverse. So fun part about the sun card, whether it's reversed or upright, it's a positive card. Like, regardless, it is still a positive outcome. The only thing that I'm seeing here, if it's reversed, it might be a little delayed. So it just goes back to everything that I was saying. Do the work, follow your inner child, follow that spark, let go. You need to let go what no longer serves you, and you know what it is, and move forward and move towards what you do want. The universe is going to back you up, and the outcome of all this will be an collaboration, an alignment, a kind of coming together of whether another person, whether your higher self, whether you're attracting, whether it's a deepening with a person. It's just great vibes. The only thing that you have to be okay with is delays and patience. You're going to need to work with your patience or use patience to your advantage. Get to know the person a little more. Just a lot of things that you need to connect with. Strengthen that connection, right? Use patience as a virtue. Use it as a means to an end. Use it wisely. Use it for the purpose of practice, right? That same thing. Like, you're in this beautiful in-between with patience from your old self to your true self. Let's go with your guided card. Excuse me. Nature. Oh, nature will be your best friend. So I actually have a little piece of something. Okay, so nature will be your best friend. I will actually read from the book specifically. I feel like we'll get a little more. I mean, I could go on and say, be with nature, do this, do that, connect. It's like your ultimate gateway to your higher self. And this is stuff that you probably already know. As you can see, you have your angels trying to connect with you, trying to kind of guide this spark, guide this lightning, or even protect you in certain ways. I feel like you will deepen your relationship with nature if you go with nature, and more specifically deepen your relationship in a quicker way, almost, is what I'm getting here. So if you want something fast or faster, go in nature. You ground automatically when you put your bare foot on soil. It's like one of the best ways to connect with nature, I would say, in my opinion, in my experiences. But I will still read the book, because I mean, the guidebooks are there for a reason, right? Because they share a specific knowledge, their own perspective that might actually help in this message. Nature. As an indigo, you're extremely sensitive, and you can unknowingly absorb negative energy, which then affects you and those around you negatively. This limits your understanding of your amazing life purpose. So the angels ask you to step away temporarily and spend time in nature, connecting with this beautiful planet. It's time for you to explore the world outside your home and workplace. You are so much more than what you experience in your normal daily routine. Allowing yourself to be immersed in the Earth's energy can be a healing and cleansing experience that will help you ground yourself and release that which no longer serves you. So as I was saying, it's going to help you with everything. It's going to help you to move on. It's going to help you to connect. It's going to help you probably even find this little seedling. The universe will be able to connect with you better, and will be able to support you better as well. Connecting with your higher self is always great in nature. It's a natural therapy, right? I mean, research has shown this. If you go to any professional that knows what they're talking about and have done their research and understand the research, there's just something therapeutic about nature. I mean, it's incredible that we don't appreciate or take the time to appreciate it as much. I feel like with this message too, for some of you, you're here to protect nature as well. You're here specifically, as I mentioned, with the little fairy over here. You are here to learn from it, but also to give back. So that could be also messages for you. And let's see your love card. So what we have for your love the next 2 weeks: retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. How funny is it that in the picture you have two people, and that looks like a wedding dress and that looks like a tuxedo? So message, hint hint. But I do feel like this temperance card and this delays are very important for your growth, for this. I feel like you taking time off from this connection will actually deepen the relationship, and you taking time off from people will deepen your relationship with yourself. You taking time off for yourself to understand and know what you want will deepen the attraction with this person that you're looking for. So I feel like some of you, it might even be a retreat with this person. So to disconnect from the world and everybody in it, you and this person in particular might go for a trip in the next 2 weeks. Maybe there's a birthday. I don't know why I'm sensing a birthday. Where you'll actually go to nature, or as the card says, disconnect from the world or disconnect from your workplace. Maybe you're going on vacation. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys for this new pick a card reading. I'm going to take this moment again to thank you so much for allowing me to take part and have me participate in your incredible journey. Like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel so much. If there's anything that resonated, if in 2 weeks you see something actually did come up or everything, like, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback. It brings me joy to do these things. This brings me joy to know that I am making an impact of some sort, whether it's just entertainment. And that's it. Ciao, guys. Hello, my group threes. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel and my new pick a card reading. This reading is dedicated to a new moon that we will have today or tomorrow. I believe it's 10th of June, but not limited to that. So as all pick a cards, as all energy has no boundaries, so there is no limit to the time, space, reality. Basically, whenever you're watching this, you're meant to watch it, and there's a message embedded in this reading for you at this moment. So with that said, I'm going to take this time and just thank you for choosing me. Thank you just for having me take part in your incredible journey called life. There is also, side note, a Reiki energy, just a Reiki energy that you can tap into if you choose to today. If you need a little boost, if you need something to unwind, or you feel a little stagnant, Reiki is definitely the energy work for you at this moment. So maybe you just came in just to get that Reiki energy groove on. So it's very simple. All you need to do is sit quietly, knowing that you're not going to be disturbed for maybe the next couple of minutes, and just accept my Reiki energy. And to do this, all you need to state is, I accept the Reiki energy that was sent to me by Katarina Lukin. So I am no healer. I am just a channel helping you tap into your birthright, your channel, to connect with all the energies around us. Basically, see this as an energy osmosis, where you take in what you need, release what you don't, and balance out the whole energetic fields within and without. So let's get started right away. You chose the Evil Eye. I forget what the real name is. If you remember, let me know in the comments. Basically, this tells me that you need, a little protection. So it's going to be very important for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, these are dedicated for 2 weeks at a time. It'll be very important for you to protect your energetic field. I feel like you're tapping into a lot of energies, and you might be rocking the boat in the next 2 weeks. I mean, there's a big shift happening, right, with the eclipses and everything. If you don't know what I'm talking about, definitely look into it. And with that said, it's going to be extremely important for you to protect this field, protect your energy, maybe even physically, mentally, whatever it is. You're going to need to take the time, maybe step away from certain people, maybe not get too involved in certain situations. But if you do get involved, make sure that you are grounded and mentally prepared for the backlash, meaning root yourself, because I feel like shit's gonna hit the fan. So however you want to relate to that, sorry for swearing, but it's what came out. I'm just gonna tap in here and just see what the energy is like. Okay, I don't know why I'm sensing flowers. I'm seeing flowers. I'm seeing like a rose, um, almost like a hibiscus type of petals. Um, Something is blossoming or something has blossomed. You have been working on something and now you're reaping the benefits, or at least some of it. I see one or two flowers. Um, some are very clear. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And I feel like it's just a question of nurturing. Keep nurturing those flowers. I feel like you're going to have um, a whole field, like a whole garden filled if you just keep doing what you're doing, basically. And I do feel like this has to do with protecting your energy. You're blossoming, so you're gonna have a lot of eyes on you, and some of them might not be the best kinds of eyes. Some of them might not be the best kinds of energies. And um yeah, protecting your energy will be that much more, like that more important. You can use stones. Any dark stone will do. Obsidian are great ones. Kyanites, black kyanites. To the point of even like drinking specific teas might actually help. Teas are like automatic rooters too. You're rooting yourself to the earth directly with teas, in my opinion, from my experiences. And I mean, Indian traditions have helped so much in creating pitta, vata, and I forget the third one, but to just create this harmonizing feeling. And I feel like if you harmonize yourself, you will be able to protect yourself from unwanted energies, unwanted people, unwanted thoughts, unwanted emotions. I feel like it's like a boundary type of energy to really protect these crops and not allow them in the wrong hands too. I don't know, I feel like this is maybe even like ritualistic. You're working on some sacred, maybe even sacred teachings. Like there's something around this that certain people don't want out just yet. We're going really deep there, but I think you know where I'm going with this. If you are doing or planning on doing, or you have created some kind of, let's say, school of knowledge for specific teachings or whatnot, expect to not please some groups, you know? Not everybody believes the same thing, and sometimes you just need to put that barrier right in the middle of all that shiznit. And yeah, we'll get right to the cards. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. So these are good for the next 2 weeks. I don't know if I mentioned it before. We'll start with those. Basically what we need to know and where is this all going. No. What do we need to know for the next 2 weeks? So basically what we need to know is you're on a standstill. Oops. And maybe some of you actually have little angels that you're connecting with. I'm saying that because the feathers fell, and feathers are usually just signs that your angels are close, that they're trying to tell you something, or just to let you know their presence. So you're on a standstill right now, group 3. The Hangman to me represents this, obviously, change of perspective, but more importantly, in this particular context, I'm feeling that it's just a standstill. You need to kind of step back, see the bigger picture, and really take your time. Don't rush into anything. Don't come to any conclusions, especially with specific groups, as I was mentioning. You're not here to please everybody. You're here to elevate the collective conscious or break free from the old outdated mold, right? You're here to grow, expand, collaborate, cooperate with the right counterparts, the right collaborators, and that's it, really. What else do we need to know? And the standstill has something to do with basically this new income, basically this new path that you've chosen. You have the Queen of Cups. Sorry, the Queen of Pentacles. And she's beautiful. Here she almost looks like she has a crown of flowers. So you're definitely blossoming. There's definitely, and it's kind of like this. So funny enough, that's kind of like the vision of the it might not be a hibiscus. It's kind of this shape. But I don't know if you guys know hibiscus, but the flowers kind of, the petals kind of resemble, but they're usually more open. Maybe they are hibiscus. Anyways, interesting. Yes, so it's definitely, you're growing, you're expanding, you have this income coming in, you're slowly growing, basically. You're on the right path, you're growing. However, there's a standstill in all this. Particularly like seeing the bigger picture. There's like something hidden behind closed doors and you just need to step back so you can see it. Some of you, it might actually be legal matters or matters of the heart. Justice usually implies legalities. So maybe you're going in to a custody battle or some kind of financial or legal battle, but it's not limited to that. It could be like just butting heads also. That's what I'm sensing over here. You're butting heads with certain people, or you're actually having a hard time bringing your heart and your mind in a collaboration, right? It's like your heart says to do one thing and your brain's like, no, but wait. So you have the analytical with the emotional, and like kind of like, it's kind of hard to blend the masculine with the feminine brain right now. And I feel like that's kind of like what this, like the step back needs to do. You need to find a way to connect, really align these two vibrations. And you can do that with the heart and the brain. I mean, you can do a heart and brain meditation, coherency, they call it actually. And it's when you bring your heart and your brain at a 0.3 hertz. And you do this through 3 simple moves. One, you bring awareness to the heart. So this could be a gentle presence. You can touch your chest. You can just, it could be as simple as just bringing a finger. Anything that allows you to actually bring your awareness to the center of your heart works. From there, you want to bring up three incredible emotions. One of gratitude, one of thankfulness, and one of compassion. And you do this with imagery, you do this with visualization, or you just do this by just repeating it and just remembering the things that you are grateful for. And 3, you just stay in this frequency. You repeat this for a total of, I can't remember, but you try to repeat this for at least 30 to a minute, right? It could be, I think it could be as low as 15 seconds, as long as you're feeling those high vibes. So right now you are stepping into your power, your monetary power, your just the queen. You're coming out and you're wearing your crown and you're the boss. basically. This sometimes comes with like the notion that you need to balance everything else. So it's or you're juggling something, or there might be cockiness developing. So it's a question of staying humbled. All I know is that you need to step back. You need to kind of take a step back and really enjoy this standstill. Enjoy this moment of, okay, there's something bigger out there. Okay, there's something I'm not seeing. It could be something behind closed doors, or there's just something you need to reassess with yourself. And this includes kind of connecting your desires and wants with a practical notion, a practical way of moving forward. Okay. Some of you, like I said, it could be legalities. Maybe there's something underneath the surface that you just need to take a step back. Again, it could be like this sense of not being humbled. I'm sensing pride, but it could be also, okay, you're gonna come out the winner, but you just need a little more information. So if you're afraid that things were not gonna go as according to plan or what you would hope, it's just a question of being aware that there's more that needs to be unveiled, basically. So that's what we need to know right now. Let's see where this is all heading. Knight of Wands, Nine of Cups, Eight of Swords, Knight of Cups. Okay. I see a light being shined. So there's going to be light on a situation or an event, or maybe if you're planning on moving forward and you're just juggling all kinds of stuff, I feel like there's going to be like a light being shed upon any situation that you're inquiring about. I see this over here. I'm being drawn to this light. And I feel like something's going to unveil. Maybe if you had any worries about you not succeeding or being successful, I feel like all that will subside by the next 2 weeks. You still have, and this comes with obviously taking a step back and really seeing the bigger picture and seeing things in a different angle and a different perspective. And if you do that, by the end of the next 2 weeks, it will be very clear what the steps you need to take. Over here for me, the Knight of Wands is really the moment of not being so hasty, not jumping into something. It's kind of like you don't want to get into the hot-headedness. You don't want your emotions to take over. You don't want to move forward until you have all the answers, until you have everything balanced out. This will be the hardest part for you, I believe. Maybe also in alignment with the Hanged Man. It's going to be, I'm almost sensing also, like for some of you, it's really your mental turmoil. Like it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like if you think something's gonna go wrong and you keep telling yourself it's gonna go wrong, you're just like bringing that energy in this sacred container, right? In your world. Yeah, it's definitely stuff that is like a lot of stuff that are in your subconscious mind will come to the surface. I'm sensing, and I feel like once it comes to the surface, it's going to be so easy for you to stop sabotaging yourself. And since I was saying that there's a lot of people that you won't please, I feel like this whole, maybe you're a people pleaser, and I feel like this is kind of going to be unveiled, and you will be able to kind of break free from that. All I know is that you're going to have, and you're going to be a lot closer emotionally. Like you already have kind of like the monetary that you're looking for or you need, or maybe you don't need much, but there's like a sense of pride. Okay, I am working on this, I'm moving myself forward, I'm doing the work, I'm here, and I feel like you're going to attach this kind of like materialistic sense, or you're going to find a balance. You're going to see a different perspective. You're going to gain awareness and wisdom of different means and different ways of actually acquiring money or feeling grateful for money or other things that are just as profitable as and just as abundant. And I feel like you're going to attach that with a sense of calmness and readiness emotionally to now step forward into whatever you've been doubting or holding off or thinking that, you know, you might not be on the right path. And that's basically doubting, but you know where I'm going at with this. And yeah, I see the moon over here. Things are being uncovered, especially things in your subconscious mind. I don't know, I'm getting a sense of Scorpio. I mean, the moon is ruled by Scorpio, right? Or the Scorpio is ruled by the moon. So it's just going to be more present. There might be a Scorpio in your life. A Scorpio, I'm in Cancer. I was saying Scorpio, but I mean it could be a Scorpio. There's a lot of water here, so if I'm saying and thinking Scorpio, maybe there's a Scorpio that's going to unveil something or is going to help you with something. But I was specifically thinking of saying Cancer because Cancer is ruled by the moon, and it's really about the unconscious mind and kind of the shadow work behind all that, making things to light, bringing things to light. And I feel like that's kind of where you're heading. Maybe you'll have a Scorpio friend that might help you with that as well, or have Scorpio placements. Same with I said Scorpio again, huh? Cancer placements. Both, actually. Let's just say both at this point. Yeah, and I feel like by the end of the next 2 weeks, you should be kind of stepping it up a little. Like the Knight of Cups is great, but it's a very slow-paced kind of move, and I feel like the universe is kind of telling you to just do, like, don't overthink it as well. Don't overthink it, just start doing and you'll figure it out along the way. So I feel like it's kind of like the universe telling you step it up a notch, step it up just a little bit. It's awesome because I saw this kind of depiction of the Knight of Cups today with the V. I don't remember her full Instagram name, but awesome coach. She is kind of epic, I'm not gonna lie. And it's funny enough that I chose the Knight of Cups in at least one of my groups, so I'm glad I could actually share that with you, and I'm glad that I'm actually that I'm sensing that, because it really makes sense with the Eight of Swords as well. So yes, I feel like the next 2 weeks for you, where is it all going, is going to a place where you're gonna kind of tame and not be so reactive and not let your emotions take over. And there's going to be like a light. There's something out of your subconscious that's going to kind of come up where you're going to be able to face it and shed light on it. And I feel like this is going to help you just take off the chains that you've been putting yourself, take off the doubts. And this is all for the purpose of you walking and taking ownership of your emotions and walking proudly in a more healthier way, but more importantly, quicker, like not overthinking things and actually doing it and not letting your emotions take over, because it's in Knight of Cups. It's usually that knight that has kind of his thing together. He's just, you know, taking his time, but this to me is like the universe saying, okay, enough is enough. You've taken your time. Now just start doing. Doesn't matter what it is. Just start writing the blog. Just start doing those videos. Just start. Just do, and it'll come. You don't have all this gunk anymore, so you'll be able to just learn as you go. Let's see, what's the guidance card for you? Freedom. That is a beautiful card. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I was feeling over here with the Knight of Cups. It's just like this. You're just moving forward. You're liberating yourself from all your doubts, all your fears. You're balancing your heart and your mind. So yes, you're moving forward with your passions, but you're doing it in a way that is efficient, constructive, instead of destructive, right? And I love that. I love this for you. Like, honestly, it's like, I couldn't have planned it better. I couldn't have thought it better. It's all for the purpose of bringing you to your freedom. All for the purpose of you achieving your ultimate desires. I feel like this is where you're going. You want to be free. You want to not have to worry about money, not have to worry about where to spend your time and how do you spend your time. I feel like you've been working on all this specifically so you can be your own boss and do your own thing and do it how you want to do it. So kudos to you. Kudos to you, my friend. I mean, it might feel a little rough, but if you're taking that step back and you're really looking outside the box and looking from a different perspective, you're gonna be good. If you're taking the time to balance out everything, aligning everything, I mean, nothing will be able to stop you, really. I mean, not with this card. Like, this woman is epically just jumping, knowing and having faith that the universe and everything in it is going to support her and help her to fly. So let's get into love. Ooh, so you got what to expect for love in the next 2 weeks. So you got trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. What did I just say? So you're just jumping in, and this goes hand in hand, whether you're with someone, whether you're not with someone, whether, like, just trust that someone is coming in. Trust the person you're with right now if you are in a relationship. Trust the universe has everything in stores for you. Trust that you're gonna get exactly what you want. I mean, it comes back to the freedom. Like, to be free means, to me, to trust everything and trust that the universe has your back. The universe has your back. We're taught that the complete opposite. Trust your instincts, trust your guts, but that means that you need to start working with your gut and communicating with your gut. And this means that you need to acquire a specific channel, and that takes time. It takes time, and it takes time. You can't just, I mean, when we're younger, it comes naturally because nothing has blocked us, nothing has like obstructed us. We're not distracted by all the glitter and the glitz and the glams of the external world. But once you, like, on the same time, we go through this process of human life, so we could get distracted, so we can come back to source, right? It's not all the time, but a big part of us, a big large majority of us. And this means that we almost come to this planet so we could unlearn how to trust, so we can then learn it and maybe even teach it. Maybe this is something that you're going to be teaching, how to teach people to trust their gut. There's so many great people right now out there that are practicing and teaching this, and I would say to keep your eye open. I feel like there's something in there for you as well. Maybe a free webinar, free workshop specifically for working your intuition and working your trust, basically. So I think that's all for you, my beautiful beings of light. I appreciate you for just stopping by. It is such an honor. Thank you for allowing me to take part of this journey, take part of your journey. And comment down below. Let me know how you resonated it. Let me know if you didn't resonate. Like, let's start a conversation. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Like, share, subscribe if this has helped you in any way. See if anybody else might profit from it. And yeah, remember to press that little bell notification to have all the updates. And that's it. Have a great 2 weeks, guys. See you soon.